Good morning.
Morning.
It's Thursday, it's October 11th, and it's very wet outside. Some very heavy showers are expected in parts of the county this morning. The good news is it will dry up very quickly then into the early parts of the afternoon. However, Storm Callum is on the way, lads, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, which we'll come back to in the papers in a second. But just bear in mind, and I'll say this now, if you're watching this and maybe you're seeing the warnings about the orange weather warning and everything else, fasten things down today. I saw something last night about there was advice to make sure that trampolines are either put away or properly fastened down, because we have a few colleagues here who ended up with trampolines in people's gardens. And there was one person I met during the last storm that told me that their trampoline ended up in their neighbour's garden, and their neighbour who lived across the road's trampoline ended up in their garden.
Oh my God.
That kind of stuff. So
very dangerous as well. I mean, if someone got hit by a trampoline,
oh Christ,
it could be the end of them.
Yeah, so just bear that in mind. Storm Callum is on the way, so just have that in the back of your mind over the next 24 hours or so.
We have some driving tips from the AA as well on the show as well this morning for the next few days. When I came out of my house this morning, just mounds of leaves everywhere.
Everywhere,
like really high, serious mounds of leaves. So
Will
we're
you
checking.
clean them up now?
They'll blow away. Sure.
They'll blow
Callum
away,
will take care of them, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, we're going to take a check in full in today's papers during the show. We do it at about 7:10. Let's have a quick look at what's making the front pages there. Irish Daily Mail front page, Michael D. His hopes for Emma Vicvahuna's children. How Sabina made the Queen laugh but won't tell me now. So his first major newspaper interview inside the Irish Daily Mail with Michael D. Higgins there. Also on the front page of the Irish Daily Mail today, Fine Gael minister has launched an unprecedented attack on his own government's failure to protect children online. This is comments made by Minister for Mental Health Jim Daly. We as a government are failing in this area, he said. Moving on to the Irish Independent, front page, Storm Callum poses threat to life and property. 130 km/h gusts are on the way, according to forecasters. More on that in just a few moments. And moving on to the front page of the Irish Examiner, and more about Emma Vicvahouna. Her funeral cortege passed by the gates of the Dáil yesterday. She was a fighter in a ball gown, is the headline in the Irish Examiner this morning. Some
of the top trends that we're waking up to this morning. Finding Joy is the new Amy Huberman drama comedy, which started last night on RTE. Some very, very mixed reviews for episode 1. I read tweets this morning that said it is the best thing RTE have done since Love Hate.
Okay.
And I read tweets that said she's the most wooden actress in the most boring TV drama of all time.
Okay.
So really mixed. I was in bed last night. I didn't watch it, but I could hear Una pissing herself laughing downstairs at whatever was going on in it. So.
People love Amy Huberman. She's got a real following.
She does, and this is what I found interesting, is that when I clicked on the hashtag Finding Joy this morning to read some of the tweets, it was a real 50-50 split. People absolutely love her. She's Ireland's darling, and then people are like, oh, here she is again, she's so bad.
I think she seems lovely, but I've never watched anything that she's in, so I couldn't comment on her acting skills.
I'm blanking on the name of it, but the one that was on the Sunday where she's the solicitor.
Yes, I didn't watch that either.
That was very good. I thought that was excellent, and that's coming back again. But anyway, Finding Joy episode 1 was on last night. You'll get it in the player, I'm sure, if you want to watch it. World Mental Health Day was yesterday, and it's also trending in Ireland this morning. One of the people have been sharing their experiences, people who've gone through mental health problems and so on, and the overall feeling that was expressed online yesterday was talk to someone. So that's trending this morning. Cutting Edge, Brendan O'Connor's RT's Cutting Edge was on last night. Again, I didn't watch it, I was in bed, but Brenda Power and Jason Byrne were part of the panel, and again, lovely tweets for both of them this morning, and hateful tweets for both of them this morning, for whatever was being discussed. I know that they discussed Conor McGregor, I believe, was being discussed last night. The budget, I think, was being discussed as well. So a various mix of things. And Conor Murray is trending because great news yesterday from Munster and Ireland fans. He signed a new IRFU deal which will keep him playing with Munster and with Ireland until 2022. So great news for rugby fans that Conor Murray has signed as well this morning, which is good.
That's good. Also, I see this morning that Frozen 2 is definitely going to be out in over a year's time.
412 days, not that we're counting.
We've got a release date for Frozen 2, the 27th of November 2019. That's my dad's birthday. He'll be delighted with that now.
You can take him to Frozen 2 for his birthday.
He'll be delighted. We'll all go, the whole family.
So I assume Let It Go won't be part of the soundtrack, or it could be.
They'll work it in some way, I think. They will, at the end.
But that's what their task now, Disney's task will be between now and then, is to come up with a song that will be as catchy, not necessarily as popular or as good, but certainly something that will get a bit of talking point, and radio stations worldwide will be playing.
You see, the thing about it is, they're not appealing to people who loved Frozen 1. It's a whole new audience. Like the people who loved Frozen are going to be too big for Frozen 2. They'll think it's sad.
People who were babies born when Frozen was out, that's probably who this will be.
Frozen was, what, 2014?
Was it?
Yeah, 2013? I'll have a check
here. When was that clip of John Travolta? Adele,
the theme.
When he introduced her to the stage for the Oscars. So that's out in 412 days. And I was reading last night, anybody who's a Leeds United fan, they're flying it. They're top of the championship. And they've had the best start to a season they've had in a long time. Well, your man, the CEO, the owner, I should say, of Leeds United, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, he thinks that they should rename the championship Premier League 2 so that they can get more TV rights and more money for the TV rights and so on. But
that's not going to work.
Yeah, but
Andrea...
But it would still be
Rizzani.
Like you'd still have the Premier League, but you wouldn't say Premier League. Like even if you call it Premier League 2, you're still blatantly saying, yeah, this is the second tier.
I mean, he thinks people are stupid.
Yeah, and I'd say what he's thinking there is eventually people they'll just drop the 2 and then they won't realise who's playing what. Leeds United in the Premier League. So I don't see how that's going to work. My dad, by the way, and my brother are huge Leeds United fans. Jerry O'Sullivan and Francis Jones are also
we've got a few here as well.
Fans.
Yeah, we do.
And they're convinced that Leeds are going to go back up.
Frozen was out in December of 2013.
Yeah.
So it'll be 6 years later. So the 6-year-olds who loved it in 2013 will be 12.
Yeah.
They'll be too cool for school at that stage.
It will be... So, I mean, 27th of November tells you that they're still trying to hit the Christmas market. So, did I see some trailer yesterday for some big Christmas film that's coming out, or some film that's coming out at Christmas? And I thought, geez, that's perfectly timed,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh, what was
There's great films out at the moment.
Mary Poppins. It was the second
Mary
Poppins.
Yeah.
That's
I really want to see A Star Is Born, and I really want to see the one about Neil Armstrong.
Yes.
First Man,
with Ryan Gosling, isn't it?
It's cool, isn't it?
It does look good,
Yeah.
And actually, there was a trailer, again, separate to the film, called The First, which is on Channel 4. It's a TV series. And I was like,
cool,
I was just doing this. Oh, yeah, this could be really good. Just coming out at the cinema. The next day, I was like, starts Sunday at 10. I was like, what?
Oh, okay.
It wasn't based on Neil Armstrong, but it was space agey. So
cool.
something else there that's like that.
That's about it from us this morning. Brand new Endgame starting, maybe, on the show today. We'll see. Yeah. And we've got prizes to give away, and we'll tell you more about our Halloween ghost story writing competition as well, all coming up between 7 and 9 on Radio Kerry. Yeah, that's on the way in a few minutes' time. And if you want to give us a shout, voice message us for your songs this morning. WhatsApp 083 300 3300 and we'll get them on the radio. Is that all right? Morning. Have a good day. Morning. Be safe. Drive. Care.